All right, so truth time. We have been deceived, misled as a people. We have been taught that it is better to discriminate your neighbor than to love your neighbor. That the goal in life is to create as much wealth as possible rather than be generous. We've been taught that success is by building yourself up rather than building up all the lives around you. We have been taught that religion is parallel with politics, and that what defines you as a person is how patriotic you are. We have been deceived by false prophets. Those wolves in sheep clothing that are living in this time frame of our lives right now, that have separated us, that have preached on a Sunday morning, who have held a Bible in their hands and yet never practiced the words of Jesus. Everything that you've heard that does not make you feel comfortable about people leaning more towards the right than the left, that is your opportunity to sit and to think about why, how, and what that means. To look at things from another person's perspective other than your own, for what may look like the death of an admirable Christian person, but also understand that that same person spoke on so many terrible mistruths and was a part of a movement and used by a movement to separate and divide us as a nation. And now being built up like a martyr, having a spouse that is now a widow, who seems that the ability of grief that one should be expressing is more theatrical than deep-hearted. It matters who you surround your life with. For if you feel like the grieving that has been seen has been more open-hearted, does that mean that you're surrounding yourself with people who are more theatrical about life rather than genuine and compassionate? Does that mean that you really are surrounding yourself with the Jesus follower? Or is it just a red-hatted follower? Religion has become completely entwined with politics. It's about time that we separate and disassemble what has been built up. This is preaching on the words of falsehoods, and it is not good for our country, and it is terribly damaging for us as a people. To normalize separation, deaths, to normalize discrimination and division, yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of lies, will we fear evil? Or will we pick up our rod and thy staff and follow a true teaching of compassion and loving kindness? For a person who looked to Eastern culture, spirituality, and took that and crafted that into his own teaching, that's amazing. To be able to find a way to combine people, to help them be relatable to one another. You know, what a gift that must be. And what a hardship it is for us if we are unable to recognize it. So I challenge you. Which book are you getting your information from? Is it the book of love? Or is it within the book of falsehoods? Because only one of these speaks truth from the person known as Jesus Christ.